Hi guys, Josh Lloyd here from the Locked On Fantasy Basketball Podcast. I just want to take a quick moment of your time to show you a new site that I think pretty much everyone who listens to this or watches this show will be interested in. That site, as you can see on the screen, is drafters.com. It's a new site, it's a new type of daily fantasy, and I think it works really well because it is a hybrid, I guess, between season-long fantasy and daily fantasy, because we're talking about snake drafts, not salary cap-based games. You can see there up on the screen, I've got the lobby set up, ready to go. What I'm going to do is go through a draft here. What you do, and they used to just be head-to-head type contests, but the drafter site has evolved, and now they do GPPs in a snake draft format. I'm going to enter this one here, the NBA three-pointer. Now this one here, it's a $3.30 entry fee. You win $200 for first place, $88 almost there for second place. But you're doing a snake draft, but you're not doing a 200-person snake draft. What you do is you do it in little groups of 4 people. So I'm in here waiting for one more person to join this draft, and then I am ready to go, and we go back and forward. 6 players, a point guard, shooting guard, small forward, power forward, center, and a flex spot. Snake draft format. You just draft them based on who you think is going to get the most fantasy points, and you set it, and then hopefully you can go in there and win that GPP. One of the best things about drafters.com as well as a site is you can go over, and when you sign up, they give you $5 for free. That's it. It's not $5 with a deposit. You go in, you sign up, and you get $5. So with that $5, you can come in, you can join this contest that I'm joining here, the NBA three-pointer, throw your $3.30 entry fee, and you can come out with $200 for literally the cost of nothing. There's no commitment. There's no long-term issue. You can win that money. You can withdraw that money if you happen to take home one of those prizes. You don't have to enter a credit card or anything like that. So why don't you just go in over onto drafters.com and sign up. Now we've got the draft ready to kick off coming up pretty soon here, but it is a great way to dabble into DFS, use your season-long knowledge in a DFS scenario. I've got pick 2 here. James Harden went at pick 1. I'm going to take I missed Giannis Antetokounmpo. That's who I was going to take anyway with that pick. So as you can see, we're going through a snake draft. Only 4 people. I've got 6 positions to fill. Anthony Davis goes at number 3. Really hard to disagree with that. There's guys I'm going to look at here. I want Nick Jokic to fall back to me at pick 7. I don't think that's going to be the case. I really like Victor Oladipo. I like the fun guy Kawhi Leonard as well. For my second pick, let's see what GR Chris goes through and picks with this selection. Again, you're looking at one of each of the starting positions there: point guard, shooting guard, small forward, power forward, and center, and then a flex spot to finish it off. These drafts take a couple of minutes. I said it's free. Drafters.com, $5 that they give you when you sign up, and you can enter that in contests and withdraw money. Interesting pick going Drummond that early. He was pre-ranked as 4th. I think that might have been an auto selection. I wouldn't have taken Drummond there, although it is a pretty good matchup for him against Brooklyn and Jarrett Allen. Again, we're not talking about salary-based performance here. I think Jokic going up against Gortat's probably a better situation. You could have Towns going up against the Spurs, and Aldridge and Gasol would be interesting there also. Jokic goes at 5, so it's a Drummond-Jokic pairing, which is a pretty good start for GR Chris there. Roto looking for a selection. Now, Chris Paul, they got pre-ranked at 6. I don't want to take Chris Paul here. We like Chris Paul, of course, but I'm just not certain there. I'd rather grab a Karl Anthony Towns with that selection. The fun guy goes at number 6. I'm going to take Townsy here against the Spurs. Click on that draft. He can be my center to pair with Antetokounmpo in my starting lineup there. Let's see how BKS last goes. Hopefully I can pull this off. Again, we're talking about a contest that's got 200 people in, but you only do 4-man drafts. It's a really interesting setup they've got there. Chris Paul goes at 8. I want Victor Oladipo with my next pick. Let's hope I can get to that spot, and this guy doesn't take him off me. Where are we? Kemba Walker's another interesting guy. Kevin Love at 9. All right. Let's take Vic Oladipo here against the Grizzlies. The Grizzlies are a slower-paced team, but Oladipo should be able to crush them. And their interesting backcourt defense with Garrett Temple likely to start there. Roto on the clock. I still need to fill out a shooting guard. I need a power forward, and I need a flex as well. Devin Booker I hope I can get Devin Booker back there at pick number 15. I think I've got a chance of that. The Don Mitchell would be in play as well. DeAndre Ayton, Kyle Lowry. These are some other guys that I am looking at with that next pick that I look to go. You can see there next to my name, Josh Lloyd 48. There's a 2. This is my second entry in this contest, so you can have up to 10 entries in a contest like that. There is another GPP that's only a 33-cent entry, and you can have up to 20 entries in that one as well. Devin Booker goes at 11. I guess I'm not getting him. Kyle Lowry goes at 12. Probably a little bit high for Lowry, but the ability for him to put up big numbers against this Cleveland Cavaliers team, I think, is pretty interesting, and it's not a horrible pick. Blake Griffin's still sitting around. I do have my power forward position still open, so I'd be open to getting Griffin against the Nets. He is healthy for now, so he'd be worth looking at with that selection. So again, it's a great way if you've never done DFS. It's free. You can use your snake draft, seasonal type fantasy knowledge in a DFS format, and I think you have a real chance, especially if you're listening to this channel, to win some money over here on drafters.com. So make sure you do go and check that out. Jump in either one of these GPPs or a head-to-head contest, which I'm going to do a video for that. After we do this, I'm going to move on and do a head-to-head as well and see how that goes down in a non-GPP type of format. We are still, because we're only drafting 24 guys, we're not looking for salary-based value. It's still not necessarily looking for that massive upside, huge value type of guy. There are only 24 guys getting drafted in each of these situations, and you're probably going to get a little bit of crossover in terms at the top. So maybe you can have a look at a ton of. Let's have a look here before I start talking too much. Let's take. Do I take Kemba? Yeah, let's take Kemba. Slot him into the flex slot. Now I've got shooting guards and power forwards to fill out my roster. Would have taken the Don Mitchell there at 14 if I had that opportunity. So still need a power forward. Clint Capella's power forward eligible. No idea why. He hasn't played power forward in about 10 years. Jimmy Butler goes at 16. Apparently his minutes are going to be limited. I guess we'll wait to see whether that's actually the truth. So he goes there at 16. DeAndre Ayton at 17. So that brings me back. Let's take Clinty Capella going up against Anthony Davis and the Pelicans. And then I've got one more pick to go, and that is shooting guard. So I'm going to click this shooting guard filter. So it only brings up the shooting guards, DeMar DeRozan and Dennis Smith. Probably not that interested in Eric Bledsoe here, to be honest. I really like Smith's ability against Phoenix, DeRozan against the Wolves. They're a shithouse defense. So I think that DeRozan would be interesting, but Rodo took that. Doncic goes at 20, GR, Chris, Rodo, and then me. Let's hope I can snag Dennis Smith here. D'Angelo Russell. Now, that's a little bit of an upside player. I don't mind that from GR, Chris. Rodo takes Gobert, so let's put my money where my mouth is and grab Dennis Smith to finish off the draft. The last pick from BKS last is, don't leave us hanging too long. Come on, let's go. Let's give us someone. It is... anyone? Someone? Just make a pick, man. Come on. Still waiting. Enes Kanter, there you go. All right, let's all go to the lobby and see what else we can find. Click on the NBA tab over here. I'm not going to be partaking in any football drafts today. So let's see what sort of options we've got. There is a $5.50 head-to-head league. Let's jump in that. Snake draft, 4 people. First place, $14. Second place, $6 out of 4 people. So you've got a pretty interesting chance, or pretty decent chance of being able to win some money in that one. Again, we're not talking about a large field GPP, just 4 people in this league. That is also we'll get that drafting as soon as we're ready to go. I believe we've got 3 of the 4 people in there at the moment, just waiting for one more person to jump in. All right, we're back, ready to start this head-to-head draft. I ended up with pick 4 in this one. GR Chris, my man, I'm back with you again. So let's go. Let's see how this works out. Got Jeff. Wish I had my sound drops with me. And Luca here, ready to go. I don't think that's Luka Doncic, but I guess you never know. So I pick 4 here. A little bit of a different situation. I likely won't be getting Yanni. Davis, Harden, and Yanni are all going to go. All going to go off the board. And then I'm going to have a choice between Drummond and Jokic, or maybe I take both of those guys there. That is a possibility, and I didn't like the Drummond pick in that GPP I did earlier at pick 4, but now that I'm looking at it, who else do I really take in that position? Yanni goes at number 1 there. Maybe I will go back-to-back with Jokic, Drummond, fill out my center and power forward positions. I want to take Drummond I'll take Jokic at 4, just because I like him more than Drummond. Harden goes at 2, Yanni at 1. This has to be Davis at 3. Hopefully Luka screws it up. No, he doesn't. Let's take Jokic, put him into the power forward slot. Let's take Drummond, put him into the center slot, and that's done. That's a good start for me. Then we've got Luka. Jeff Cowell, Townsy at 6. That's an interesting pick. Chris Paul looks like he's going to slide. I'm not going to get him to 12. Blake Griffin, it's a big difference this one. Griffin goes at 7. He fell quite a bit in that other draft that we just did. Let's see what Chris does back to back here. Oladipo would be great to get at pick 12. I don't think that's going to happen. So would the fun guy, Kawhi Leonard. So would Kevin Love. Devin Booker might be someone I look to target there, actually. Get my shooting guard sorted at pick 12 or 13. GR Chris. Let's go, mate. Kawhi, yep, good pick. Kawhi, I'm so looking forward to watching Kawhi play today against the Cavs. Kevin Love at 9. Jeff. Now Chris Paul is sliding here. I'll get him at 12 if he's still there. No problem with getting him. I'll take him. Okay, so let's take him at 12. See how that goes, and then let's take Devin Booker at whatever that pick is, pick 13. All right, so I've got to fill small forward and flex now with my next 2 picks. Could have gone Jimmy Butler, was debating it. DeMar DeRozan is an interesting guy. I grabbed Dennis Smith late last time, so maybe I'll get him. But probably at 20 or 21, there'll be better options around. Kemba Walker at 15. Don Mitchell at 14. Jim Butler surely has to go here. Again, the minutes limit, let's see exactly how that all works out. GR Chris, just deliberately, taking his time, really deliberate approach to making these selections. It's going to be interesting to see how all these lineups. This is my third lineup I'm doing today. I've got 2 in the big GPP. Again, it's free to sign up at drafters.com, and they give you $5 to start off with, and you can use that, turn it into money, withdraw it, and then you never have to be here again. One of the best deals going around. Jimmy Butler goes at 16. 17, Kyle Lowry. Jeff coming up at 18. Dennis Smith at 18. Sorry, Luka. Jeff was picking at 18. Picked Dennis Smith. DeMar at 19. And let's round this off for me. I've got a flex and a small forward spot. I'm going to take Cantor against the Hawks. I think he can do some pretty big things there. And now I need a small forward. Do I take Doncic? Do I take Middleton? Let's get wild. Let's take Tobias Harris. Hey, let's see how that all pans out. Luka going to round this out for us with his selection. Capella at 22. Jeff is going Doncic at 23, who I was really, really tempted to go with there at 21. And then that will wrap it up with the last pick, as GR Chris is going to take his time. I've got no doubt about that, to make this selection. Let's go, mate. Not here all day. I suppose he's got 25 seconds left and no one else. He doesn't actually know that I'm filming this, so he doesn't know that I'm waiting for that selection to go down. So let's talk. Drafters.com. It's a $5 immediately. No deposit required. You sign up, they give you $5. You can turn that into real money. There's snake drafts, head-to-heads, GPPs, no commitment. You can also have late swap as well on Drafter. So at any point, you can go and swap your player out for anyone who's still available. 10 entries in the big GPP, 20 entries in the small GPP. DeAndre Ayton, the last player off the board there. Drafters.com, free sign up, $5 in your account. Turn it into real money. Go challenge me in the NBA three-pointer today and go and take your season-long snake draft abilities and talents into a DFS format.